God, the Runescape 2015 Christmas event is here! Is it me, or do these children look like they have just sat through the movie The Hunger Games, Mockingjay My Ass, Part 3 or 2? I have not seen that movie, and I refuse to. However, I've heard from a lot of people that it totally sucked ass, and these children kind of look like they just sat through it. What do you have to do in order to achieve victory in the Christmas event 2015? Well, you have to listen to this video because this will be an in-definition guide. This is basically going to be a little voiceover of me basically doing the 2015 Christmas event, and it will be a commentary live-action guide, which means you follow what I do and you follow what I tell you to do, and you should be able to do the 2015 Christmas event in probably under 7 minutes, which is record-breaking for a Christmas event on old school RuneScape. I believe so. Last year took me about maybe 13 minutes. This year was only about 7 minutes, which is pretty damn good. Alright, so the anti-Christmas, or the anti-Santa Claus is actually back. We saw the anti-Santa Claus during Death little Halloween event, I believe. Anyways, after you complete this event, you get a variety of wonderful little prizes. You get a black Santa hat, which is untradeable, and then you get the inverted Santa hat, which is untradeable. And of course, you get all these lovely little prizes if you haven't already got them from the previous year's events. 2 Santa Claus hats, 2 Christmas crackers, 2 party hat set collections, rainbow party hat if you haven't gotten the Bobby hats, Jester, Tri-Jester, I think I have that, woolly hat, scarf, anti-Santa outfit, wind tumber little tree, and reindeer hat, yo-yo, and the Marinettis. Which means if you have been totally voided from old school RuneScape for the past 2.5 years, then you will get a lot of shit in your inventory today. Alrighty, so let's begin this wonderful journey. Like I said, you should be able to do this little Christmas event in under 7 minutes. If not, well then when I do an IRL meetup someday, then you can kick me in the balls. Actually, please don't do that. Alright, so firstly, you must come to Falador to the White Knight Castle. This is a fake Santa Claus. If you see fake Santa Clauses running around RuneScape, don't follow them because they will lure you and try to scam you. That guy was actually trying to lure some people into the wild, so therefore fuck him, fuck his family, and fuck his couch. Because he's an asshole. Alright, so first thing you have to do is talk to the big Santa Claus that looks like he does not belong on RuneScape because he's very large, very gigantic, very fat, and he just doesn't look like an average RuneScape player. He will tell you that the anti-Santa Claus is in Varrock, which for whatever damn reason I thought it was somewhere else in Varrock, so please don't run this way because you will look like a dumbass like myself, but everyone makes mistakes, like you see me doing right here. Anyways, you go up to the little king's little palace, wherever you have to do Garden of Tranquility. That quest totally sucked ass, and I haven't done it on old school RuneScape. Actually, I don't believe you need to do it on old school RuneScape. Is it on old school RuneScape? Yeah, it's on old school RuneScape. Fuck! Anyways, talk to the anti-Santa Claus. You must gain his trust, which means you will tell him that you don't want to cause any trouble, but you want help. And you will tell him you've grown sick of Christmas because Christmas is for like a week, or actually no, Christmas is my favorite holiday. And you seek to shatter the illusion of hope for holidays, which means you want to hurt a whole bunch of people by giving them pieces of crap, or rather coal, or some interesting shit like that. So he will tell you that you have an assignment, which is pretty funny because it's your first assignment, which means it's your only assignment, which is pretty funny. Jagex should have just probably replaced it saying, hey, you only have one assignment. So yeah, so go ahead and pick up a vial from where you just saw me gain the vial from, which was directly south of the anti-fat Santa Claus, and it is a vial of tears. So basically pretty much what you have to do is go around collecting tears, which is pretty easy. Nextly, you need to take from the little anti-presents, or rather they're a bunch of pieces of shit wrapped in a fancy little cardboard box, aka the coal. So once you have 4 pieces of coal, you will then have to go around RuneScape, and then you will have to deliver your coal to 4 little helpless little children. Now, the difference between this event and like modern day event is that everything takes place in maybe like a 30 feet walking distance. Yes, I wasn't lying when I said this event was not going to take a long-ass time to do. You notice the first happy little genome child is right here. Talk to him. Merry Christmas. He will wish you a Merry Christmas. You will say Merry Christmas back. Nothing happens because you're not here to wish him a Merry Christmas. You're here to collect the tears. So ask him what he's doing here. Tell him that it's a waste of time to be happy, yada yada yada. Give him false hope and, false definition of Christmas. And eventually you're going to give him a little piece of coal. Right-click him and say collect tear. Easy as that. And you have your first tear. Now you will go on a very long journey inside the general store, which is like 10 feet away from the first crying children. Merry Christmas. You don't want to say Merry Christmas anymore. It's just a waste of time. Give her the little... That thing looks like a fucking tranny. Okay, give it a Christmas present. Because I don't know the gender or whatever it is. Anyways, yeah. Give her the damn Christmas present. Collect your second tier. Then run a whopping 20 feet south to the broken home that looks like we bombed the living shit out of it because they were probably very, very naughty. So yeah, go to the broken little home and give this little child a Christmas present too. Give it a lump of coal. Once you gave it a lump of coal, you have your third little tier, which I'm not lying to you guys. I'm telling you that this is one of the best Christmas events ever because 1, it's very straight to the point. 2, it's very easy. And 3, I love it! And you get free shit! You get free shit for doing something very, very easy on this game, which is, pretty good, and it gets you in the Christmas spirit because, well, you see what happens at the end, not going to give it away. But, good always prevails because that's just how, it works. Anyways, yeah, so collect your final tier, and then teleport to Varrock, or if you don't have a teleport to Varrock, run all the way to fucking the Anti-Santa Claus, which is north into the castle. If you have forgotten where Anti-Santa Claus is, you can always rewind this video. I mean, if you have a short attention span, kind of like a cat or a dog, then you may have to rewind this video. It's not my fault you were dropped on a fucking hard surface as a kid. It's not my fault your parents lubed you up with butter and then dropped you repeatedly on your head. Oh well. Anyway, short attention spans kind of suck. Anyways, go back to him and tell him you collected the tears of the little children of this game. And he will ask you to put the tears into his anti-Christmas machine, which is this machine directly south of him. So, once you have done that, you will get a little message that says you should go back and talk to the real Santa Claus, aka the fat bundle of joy on RuneScape that actually is a good cause, and not something bad like the anti-little Santa Claus. Oh yes, by the way, you get a black Santa Claus hat. I forgot to tell you about that. The anti-Santa Claus gives you the black Santa Claus hat. So theoretically, you could just totally stop right now if you only wanted a black Santa Claus hat. But all you really have to do is, pretty much do the same thing you did, but in, reverse order if you think about it. So once you talk to Santa Claus, and I fucking love the goddamn old school team so much, they cut out all the bullshit of you having to talk to Santa Claus for an hour into a split second. So go ahead, south of Santa Claus, and collect real presents. Yes, real presents. Presents that will actually bring joy to little people on RuneScape and not give them totally fucking shit and AIDS. So, what do you have to do now? Well, now you have to go back and make all the crying children into happy children. Even though that if a child, kind of saw you after giving you a piece of shit, aka coal, I don't really think he's probably going to want to talk to you to give something, take something else indifferent. For all we know, you could be giving him 2 pieces of coal. However, talk to the children, make them happy, give them the present, go back in the same exact order as, you previously pretty much did. And that's really all you have to do. As you see me running down here, I'm running back to the place that looked like we bombed the living shit out of, and we're going to give them little presents and make them happy. And once you do this, you're basically pretty much 99.9% of the way done. Let me go ahead and say my 2 points so you guys can really understand it. This event was fucking awesome. Straight to the point. Easy. It doesn't take any brain power. If you struggle on this event, you should try the game MapleStory. Because obviously RuneScape is too fucking hard for you. If you have problems with the RuneScape 2015 Christmas event, then that means this game is too hard for you. Go play MapleStory. Actually, no, you want to know what? MapleStory is probably going to be too fucking hard for you. Go play Champion Archer on addictinggames.com. Alright, and if that game is too hard for you, well then I think you should probably just beat your dick repeatedly in the corner of your house. Because obviously everything else on this game is way too hard. So once you go ahead and talk to Santa Claus, the evil Santa Claus comes with his little minions, and they say, we obey, we obey. However, Santa Claus mind controls them, and he basically turns them against him. They hit a 99, they one-hit the anti-Santa Claus. Death comes and takes his soul, and then something very strange happens. He's left with a head. He's the headless evil Santa Claus, anti-Santa Claus. And Bob comes and takes his soul. And then, of course, you get a whole bunch of free shit. As you basically see on the screen. 2 party hat sets. I already have the Magnettis and everything else, so talk to Santa Claus to redeem your prize. Please thumbs up this video if you guys enjoyed this quest, or rather guide, and please let me know in the nasty Durillo comments if you thought this little Santa Claus event, Christmas event was awesome. I thought this Christmas event was awesome, straight to the point, easy to do, and if this game is too hard for you, once again, try MapleStory or some other game out there. Otherwise, bye!